Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris MegaCorp. So, we are starting a little bit late, sorry about that. Had some things I needed to I wanted to take care of before starting up the stream. We are currently in 2395. I believe we had the late game set for 2400, which I believe is the default, so we should be getting a crisis. Or at least the crisis event chains should start sometime this part. I could be wrong though. I don't actually recall what I had it set to, but I'm pretty sure it was late game that was set to 2400, but it might have been mid game. If it was mid game, then that would be things like the Great Khan popping up, but we'll see. Either way, we still have a piracy problem in Yerpa. And I'm really hoping we can deal with it by just building more hangar bays in Stellaris, because I really don't want to have to go and waste a starbase capacity slot on building an actual upgraded starbase in Yerba. But we might. Push come to shove, if the game does force me to do that, I'll probably tear down the one in Stellaris. Well, that may not work, because I may just move it from Yerba to Stellaris. Either way, we'll figure it out. At some point, we'll deal with the piracy problem. Let's see, we were working on a third fleet, or maybe we finished it, I honestly don't recall. Did we finish it, or was it being built still? We finished it, but we have more additions we want to do to it. In fact, to multiple fleets, mostly in the form of a ton more corvettes. Corvettes are crap, I know, but they still get the job done. I do also need to build another army for the Kapova fleet, so let's go ahead and actually get started on that. Okay, I already have a Colossus station here, wonderful. How much would it cost to build the Colossus? Only 9,500 minerals, almost 9,600, or excuse me, alloys, not minerals. Yeah, we'll get around to that eventually. In the meantime, Earth, if you could be so kind as to build me a ton more human clones, that would be wonderful. I need to scroll this up so I can see. We have 15 already. Wow. I clicked fairly quickly. And one extra. Don't want one extra. I want exactly 20. That gets the job done. The AI doesn't do a particularly great job of defending its planets. If it did, I would be building 50. We have a nice sum of mineral income. I think we were having problems last part. I don't know if we were making this amount last time or not. But either way, we're making a lot more. We do have some job problems, mostly on worlds that are still purging a bunch of pops. We have an unemployed Nivlak on Arnaka. Best thing I could do would be to upgrade the heritage site, but I prefer not to do that, mostly because that means it's less rare crystals. Is there anything else I can put here that would fulfill a specialist slot? But we don't have a research lab, so sure, why not? We'll build a research lab. Get a little bit of extra research there. What's going on here? An unemployed specialist. Yeah, we'll build research labs. It allows the game to somewhat cover the expenses or the increased research cost of owning this stuff. We have an unemployed specialist here on Napasno. I can't really do anything about Napasno.
Together we will build a brighter future.
More shields, wonderful. We could go ahead and get the global pacifier, which is the impenetrable shield. I don't really care for. I don't really want to get sapient combat computers, at least not until mid-game crises have passed by, or I know we're not going to have to deal with the contingency. I absolutely despise dealing with the contingency. They are a pain in the ass, if I'm going to be honest with you all. So let's go with something nice and quick to research, which would be proton launchers. Did I build 2 colony ships? No, I don't believe I did. No, I didn't. We're only colonizing that one for now, but that's fine. Realistically, I should probably upgrade the station in Azha, just as a means of discouraging the Star Axis from deciding to they need a little bit more living space and decide to declare war on me. Luckily, I think most of them like me, so I'm not going to have to worry about that too much. It's unlikely that they would be willing to do that just because one of them isn't my biggest fan. Go ahead and get that. We're sitting on a cap of food, so let's sell a little bit extra food. We can drop the amount of exotic gases we're buying. In fact, I think we can just outright cancel that. Okay, game's hiding the rings here for some reason. I've had this happen before. It's a very weird issue. Let's see, Xeno researchers on Nisyut have published an open letter demanding that the local legislation restricting experiments on near-sapient alien species be relaxed. They make a convincing case for the scientific benefits and warn that the output of the entire scientific community on Nisyut will suffer unless the laws are revised. The ethics of it all remain questionable. So, lose some society research from jobs on this world, or gain a fat stack of 250 society research to go straight to my stockpile, but lose some happiness on a world that isn't super happy yet, and may remain that way for a while. We'll ignore them. We're not going to. Unless you plan to kill them. Then I won't complain. Yep, game seems to have decided to bug out and not show me the orbit rings for our planets, so that's a thing. I don't know why. I've never quite been able to figure out why the game does it sometimes. More unemployed specialists, more unemployed specialists. Color me shocked that it's even more unemployed specialists. It's always unemployed specialists. Let's upgrade your research lab. You have too few pops. That's what? 5, 10, 15? Yeah. We got terraforming gases. There we go. We can go ahead and get the resort world. Or because we're way over our administrative cap, we could get one of the first couple of techs that give us admin cap, but I'm interested in going for the resort world, if I'm being completely honest. Mostly because I kind of want to be able to have a world that just gives all my other colonies a ton of amenities, and basically means I don't need to worry about amenities as much. And higher amenities means happier pops, which means more productive pops, which means more resources. So, you know, it's all good, really. Let's go ahead and learn how to create a resort world. And we'll find a world to do it on. It'll have to be a large world, preferably, because the world's going to be filled with people that will basically be unemployed. Because I've never quite been able to figure out how to get resort worlds to work out properly. I don't believe Stellaris currently takes into account the type of world to determine the effects of a resort world on it. I believe that is something that the devs had mentioned in the past that they wanted to look into. So I basically just need to find me a nice size 25 world that I have decent habitability on. There we go, an arid world. And turn it into a resort world, unless I think there's something better I could get from it. Which, let's take a look at this world. Nope, I don't think there's really anything better I could get here. So I'd be okay with turning that into a resort world, if I understand the mechanics correctly. I am curious about that, and since nothing's really going on right now, I will go ahead and just check it out since I have the opportunity. Try and make sure I'm understanding the mechanics properly. So, yep, still nothing's going on. Okay. Let's see. Special worlds? No. Okay. Come on, again. There's got to be, Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go and run with the assumption that it does not matter what the world type is, so I'm just gonna build it on that size 25 arid world. Somehow people will love it and think it's a wonderful resort world. I'll be honest, that doesn't quite make sense to me, but that may just be me. Yes, and I'll buy all the exotic gases, thank you very much. I really need to find something to do with these specialists, but it's kind of hard to find something to do with my unemployed specialists, if I'm being completely honest. Mostly partly because we're not bringing in nearly as many minerals as I would like. That's what I'll blame it on.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Okay, I cannot make any more specialist jobs here on Earth, so they need to figure out something. We'll get ion disruptors because it will take no time whatsoever. Yeah, I'm going to just save up and get myself a Colossus. I'm pretty sure nobody cares except for other empires. And none of them are anywhere close to me in terms of military power. The biggest threat, if anything, is just the Federations, if they all declare war on me at the same time. That is very unlikely to occur, so I frankly don't give a shit, if we're going to be honest. We are going to want to go ahead and probably get the Paradise Domes for our resort world, which I should probably go and colonize at some point. But I have better things to spend my alloys and other stuff on. We already have a researcher here, and we already have a research institute, so I can't do anything there beyond building another research lab, which I could do. But I think I would prefer to just upgrade your hypercoms form. bringing in so many. You know what? I'm going to go and set up a monthly trade for some minerals. We'll buy 50 for now, because they're a little on the pricey side. But at least gets me a little extra. Oh yes, I was wanting to upgrade you all. Okay, but you both are already upgrading to Star Fortresses. I would love to get you up to Citadels, if at all possible. We need one more tech to get the last L cluster. I can actually probably just buy that if we're being honest, so let's go ahead and do that. Hello, welcome. Tell me of mysteries of the universe. What else do you have to offer? Okay, that's not it. What do you know about the L gates? There we go. 5,000. That's a hefty sum that you're asking for. And I can just get it for free once the tech arrives. So I'll just wait and get it for free. I'm not going to spend 5,000 energy credits on that. It's way too much. Okay, yes, let's go ahead and name you because it helps me keep track of you all. So you are the Kapova army. Did I spell Kapova right? Just gotta make sure. Yes, I did. Otherwise, I would probably get confused. And hopefully we'd never end up with another fleet that starts with a K. Let's see, industrial world, you need more stuff. Specialist jobs as per usual, so let's just upgrade your heritage site. You need to hit 15 pops, so let's pop and encourage growth.
Construction finalized.
You don't even have a monument right now, so let's build you one so you at least have it. And we'll maybe eventually get around to upgrading it. We have a ton of pops. Who's the most populous within our empire? It's still us, although the robots are catching up quite nicely. Depending on if you consider that a good or a bad thing.
Scientific progress attained.
That is very expensive, but I want to upgrade that. What's next? Cheap thing to research. Get phase disruptors. How much is that? 1,300. Just buy 5,000. Go on, upgrade it. And once the hypercomms form is done, you can actually get to work on that. Did you not have all your resources? Oh no, you do. Okay, wonderful. We are still about 4k minerals, or excuse me, alloys. I don't know why I want to say minerals. Short of getting a Colossus. After which we will never need to claim anybody's systems. Basically that war against the Syndicate was our last war in which we actually claimed people's territory. At this point we're just not going to even bother trying to act as if we give a crap about what the other empires think of us. Climate restoration honestly isn't that useful for us. I don't think we have any worlds which we can utilize it on, which I think is basically just Tomb Worlds. I think. I could be wrong. Can we terraform Mars yet? We've sort of... Oh no, I need that. Okay, well it's a good thing I chose to research it, because then we can terraform Mars into a continental world. Sadly, we can't get Venus. It would have been great fun if I could have gotten both. I need you all to drop down. or this unemployed half-human needs to drop down to a worker, fill in these clerk slots, and then I'll probably mark Earth as population control. For the time being, at least. And that'll increase the amount of emigration that it pushes, which right now isn't a whole lot. You need more homes, so let's build a city. Well, you'll already get a ton of housing actually with the system capital complex. Who died? Oh, a scientist. Oh, damn it. Where are you anyway? Oh, you're the one over Earth. Okay. Well, let's see. What do we got? Sort by age. Youngest. We have a... what do we have already? I already have an industry dude. I already have a biology. I don't have a materials. Although that person's a little on the older side, so I think we'll just say screw it and go with eager. Go and pull up my spreadsheet. See who we have for male scientists. Nobody else has answered the survey. So what do I have on the random list that I created? Ah, here we go. Stanislav Naumov, or however it's pronounced. And mark your name as used so I don't ever reuse you again. Well, preferably. I might still end up reusing you at some point in the future. But it'll be like way out there, if anything. You actually have an unemployed worker. That is a miracle. Oh yes, this is an agricultural world with a ton of stuff for crystals and motes. Well, I say a ton, it's actually only one of each apparently, which is still something. What do we do with you? Let's upgrade your mineral. Oh no, never mind. Let's upgrade your research lab. I need more volatile motes, apparently. We are not getting a ton of production of that stuff. Drov is almost finished colonizing.
Construction complete.
This world we were planning to turn into an Ecumenopolis, if I recall correctly, because it doesn't have really good stuff there. And nothing to write home about in terms of special resources. There's no strategic resources or anything. So yeah, it's a pretty crap planet, let's be honest. Which makes it a pretty perfect candidate for an Ecumenopolis, if you ask me. Other people might say, no, 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 don't turn it into that. You can do this or that or this other thing. I probably could. But this world is still okay with me.
Planetary work site established.
Wonderful. And we need to get you a governor. Let's see, what do we got? Well, honestly, none of these people are particularly great for taking over an Ecumenopolis world. You're, if anything, maybe the best. If I build a ton of research labs in the building slots. Oh, and the person in charge of Nisiot is apparently a substance abuser. Although they appear to be the only one. Ooh, I'm going to have to replace you, Louis Harvey V. Because you've hit a... Well, I mean, you're still okay, I guess. I kind of wish you didn't have Arrested Development. You at least managed to hit skill level 5. You know what? I'll let you keep your job. I won't fire you. Retired fleet officer just doesn't seem like it's a particularly useful trait, if I'm being honest. Maybe it's just me. it basically would require you to build a sector that is purely meant for pumping out ships. Which I guess you could do, but I wouldn't. Personally. It's not a real need to. Let's just go with resilient here. And what do I have for female governors on my list, if any? I may not have any. I think I might have already used all of them. Yes, I did. So we're just going to keep that name for now. Or, you know what? No. Let's bring back Garbage. Garbage Krustov II. There we go. So Garbage Krusnov has returned, or well, at least one of their descendants has returned to take over and lead our new world that is eventually going to become an Ecumenopolis. Actually, since the world has literally nothing better to do for the time being, let's just clear out all the planetary features, and you have fun with that. Let's upgrade your civilian industry. You need more housing. Let's build you an actual house, or a city district rather. Not a big fan. Oh, that's a raiding fleet. Never mind. I thought it was something from the Sovereign Zai Coalition, but it isn't. Ooh, and the Sovereign Zai Coalition have actually managed to push a counterattack into the Fatahid Alliance. Although they appear to have somehow managed to skip over the system, or the system was probably retaken behind them. Is more likely, if I'm being honest, but hey, you never know. It's possible they somehow managed to skip it, especially if it's a large system.
Construction
Yes. The Kapova army is done. Let's go ahead and tell it to follow the Kapova fleet. We are still short a couple thousand, or 1,000 minerals, excuse me, alloys. Don't know why I keep saying minerals. I mean, I've been playing 2.2 for quite a while now. I should be used to the fact that you don't use minerals to build ships anymore, but apparently I'm not. You know what, let's go ahead and get the arc emitter. Because you never know, we might end up having to deal with the contingency. Especially since I have quite a few robot pops. Although, I don't recall if it's synthetics or... Actually, I don't think it's related anymore. Also, you should probably head somewhere safe, so how about you go over there? Oh, have you dealt with the piracy problem here? And the answer to that question is a no, not at all. Well, wait. Now, game, I'm going to be honest with you here. I do wish you told me the total protection there, just so I don't have to do the math. I think we are actually over the current max piracy. But I'm going to go ahead and check my math on that, because math off the top of my head has never been a strong suit of mine. We are just under it. Our total protection comes out to 155. The max piracy is 156. We could choose to live with that, or we can say there's no way in hell we're going to live with losing out on a tiny bit of trade from here. So I upgraded you anyway, so let's just go ahead and slap down the extra 2 hangar bays here and hope everything works out fine. I do wish that I could add a building slot that would take care of this stuff, but sadly that is not the case. And I believe I upgraded you to give you some hangar bays so that you could cover all the trade that is being attacked right over here. Is there anywhere else that we have trade problems right now? Or piracy problems, rather? No. Understandably, the main issue here at Europa is because we have 626.77 trade value going through that system. I'm not surprised there's a problem. This is why, once we have access to gateways, I can basically just say screw it and build gateways at all of my trade hubs and in my capital, and they'll just go through the gateways to get there. Performance will hit rock bottom, more than likely. That tends to be what happens. Let's upgrade you to a planetary administration. That way I can actually build stuff here. We have some unemployed... well, we have some free clerk slots, but I'm going to go ahead and upgrade your research complexes to advanced research complexes. You still have an unemployed specialist. Let's go ahead and upgrade your hypercomms form to an auto-curating vault. Climate restoration, wonderful. And let's go, I think, with the army health. And Sol, how much does it cost us to terraform Mars? 15,000 minerals. Oh no, excuse me, 10,000 to go to a continental world, apparently. Why is it 15? Oh, okay, because those are colder. Yes, I think that's why. But no, we're going with the continental world. Thank you very much, because those are the worlds we love. So that'll take forever and a half. I think I was trying to get you. Let's see, that gives you 4 right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, you don't actually have 4. You need 1 more, and then I'll give you another hangar base. Screw it, why not? Just to help cover your trade. I must have misclicked or something. Oh, we almost have it. I think we're short a couple hundred. Yep. About 3 months. Basically, I only need to look out for the red skulls, because those mean that I am not over, or my trade protection is not equal to or greater than the max piracy in the system. Again, I wish the game would tell me what my total protection is, just so that I could see how far off I am. But admittedly, the red skull gets the general job done still, because that just indicates that I'm not there yet. Should be 1 more month. Yep. And then we'll build a Colossus. And everybody might freak out. I say might because you never know. They may not give a shit. Which I won't complain about. We could sell more food. Let's go ahead and sell a little bit more food. Although I think we pretty much crashed the food market. I could choose to stop selling food for a little while, and that would probably bring the sell price back up. But am I relying on selling food to bring in energy credits? I think I might be, if we're being honest here. Ooh, who declared war on who? The Witch Hegemony and their ally, the Star Corporation, have declared war on the Nitcha monopoly.
Together we will build a brighter
Ooh,
future.
okay, lots of stuff just completed. Why? Ah, armor hit points. Yes, that would explain so much. Oh, game. I want to get that. But you're giving me a plus 5% mineral income. And I would kind of prefer the mineral income if I'm being completely honest with you here. Now, does this mean you think you can punch through the Citadel here? Or whatever it is? I don't actually know what it is, but it's showing the full circle, which I think is a Citadel. No, I think that's actually a Star Fortress. Citadel has a dot inside, doesn't it? Yes. Citadel has a dot inside, so that's just a Star Fortress. Still, that means you think you can punch through a Star Fortress and deal with their fleet. And pretty much luckily for the Nitcha monopoly, they only really have 2 points on their borders that they actually have to defend. The one that borders the Wijka Gemini and the other borders the Manbazite Syndicate. Yeah, game. Honestly, the Nitcha monopoly, if they at least have a decent fleet, they should be okay. But this is the AI. They'll fail miserably. The war will end in a white peace with nobody taking anything, and it just tends to work out that way. The Democratic Sarantalan Commonwealth is not doing so hot. Quite a few of their systems are currently occupied by the Vivoran Sovereign Sons. Yeah, let's go for discovery. Oh good, okay, that specialist finally dropped down to a worker. You have an unemployed... Oh, you have a couple of unemployed specialists. Let's upgrade your research labs. Yes, how is this war going? Well, I don't actually know. Does anybody here like me enough to potentially give me... Yes, the Sovereign's Eye Coalition would probably be willing. Would you give it to me for nothing in exchange? Beyond some minerals. How about some energy credits? And I can... Oh, well, no, I forgot. This is the... Towards the late game, nobody gives a crap about energy credits anymore. And you're not too big on minerals either, apparently. Let's have this last for, oh, let's go with 20 years. And I'll give you 1,200 mineral. That's a lot, actually. How about some alloys? That's like a cruiser, maybe. So 20 years, I will have active sensor link through you, which may or may not include your allies, since technically you're in a war, so you should be sharing sensor data with them anyway, and so you might be sharing that with me too. Either way, we'll figure this out. Let's go ahead and send that offer. They should accept. Wonderful. And how's the war going? Ooh, there's a dimensional horror there. And a pirate fleet right next to your capital. The Democratic Zai Coalition doesn't seem to be doing anything with their fleet. Camped out way up north. The... Oh, wait, no. What? Yeah, that's Democratic... Sorry. Yeah, the Democratic Commonwealth. Speaking's hard. The Sovereign Zai Coalition is going out on the offensive. They currently occupy 5 systems. None of them have planets, though, so it's largely irrelevant.
Construction complete.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Vivoran Sovereign Sons, and they don't like me enough to be willing to share. I don't think any of them do. Also, I kind of forgot about that whole let's build the Colossus thing, so let's do that. It's going to take a while. But that's fine. Who died? Oh, another scientist. Okay, need another scientist. What do we got? Again, youngest person is still the industry expertise. I got 2 expertise biology now. So screw it, I'll take the minerals just so we have them. Also, do I have any other female scientist names on here? I assume I do. Yes, I do. So, Maria Volkov. That is going to be your new name. And mark that as used, so I don't reuse it. Also, yes, okay, you're already assisting research. Wonderful. Ooh, yes. Control 6 for you. Control 7 for you. So that I can remember to do this. The reality is, I could go and deal with this marauder here, and I kind of want to. And it opens up a direct path pretty much to the capital, the Democratic Sarntalan Commonwealth. They're really not in a great spot. Like, that is a completely crap spot for their capital, in hindsight. And the way they expanded was terrible. They basically just snaked their way around the edge of the galaxy. They better hope we don't get the Praetorian Scourge. And if they enter right there, yeah, your empire is fucked. It will not survive. No, actually, no, not a generator district. Build an actual city district, because otherwise you will not have enough housing to deal with all of the pops you'll have to deal with here. How is Drov doing? You're still clearing out a bunch of other stuff. Let me go ahead and build a city district. So, well, queue it up, because you're going to need it by the end of that, I'm sure.
Our research has progressed.
And we have arc emitters. Wonderful. I could get focused arc emitters. But let's go for the extra 5% from energy credits, from jobs. You're an industrial world. You need stuff. Let's upgrade your civilian fabricators. I'm gonna have to buy more rare crystals now. Let's just buy one more. Let's see if there's any good worlds to colonize for access to rare crystals, because I kind of need them. Yeah, you have Betharian power plants. Nice, nice. But not what I'm looking for. Alien zoo. Not what I'm looking for, but nice. Volatile moats. Okay, again, not what I'm looking for, but it is something. Something I might be willing to take in the future. You don't have anything I care about. More alien zoos. Nope, nothing I care about there. Did I already look at you? There we go. Crystals. Wonderful. It's a size 17, which isn't too bad. Yeah, we might have to go and colonize that system. Or I guess I can just do more synthetic stuff. No, that might be fine, actually. Just going with more synthetics. I think I have a whatever the name of it is. Is it Refinery World? Yes, it's a refinery. Yeah, this world's probably just going to be producing a lot more synthetic stuff in the future. Which means I'm probably going to replace your research complex, actually. But we'll figure it out. Okay, volatile motes and rare crystals. Oh, they all fall in specialist category. I thought some of them were workers. Maybe it changed, or maybe I'm just imagining things. Either way, I'm gonna actually replace you. I need more rare crystals. So you'll produce 2 in exchange for 10 minerals. That world already produces at least some minerals, so that's something. When can I integrate you guys? 2404. That's still a ways out. Let's upgrade another fleet. Let's get you fully up, if at all possible. I don't think we will, because, yeah, you need a ton of Corvettes. Again, I know they're crap, but still, I build them. If I was using new ship classes, I would be ignoring Corvettes for a while now, actually. But since it's just vanilla and I don't have access to battle cruisers and light carriers and carriers, strike cruisers and things like that, I'm gonna go ahead and build normal Corvettes. Even though they are absolute garbage at this point in the game, they die basically in a single shot from most threats. You know what? Yeah, Drov, I'm gonna go ahead and plop down a encourage planetary growth on you. I know that's probably not the best thing for you if we're being honest here, but whatever. You guys don't like... okay, yeah, you guys are savanna, you guys are desert. Another dead scientist, this one's over here. Oh, okay, I don't have any biology people. Oh, but I'll take you, thank you very much. You're better anyway. Well, at least in my opinion, you're better anyway. Another female scientist, which means I need to name you. And mark the name as used. Up the mineral production there.
Construction complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Okay, sorry about that. Had to step away for a moment.
Construction finalized. Construction complete.
Let's upgrade that. That'll at least deal with some of it. Yeah, we'll get an alien zoo here, why not? And a research institute. You need more specialist jobs. Or at least that's what you're complaining about. But I think you'll be fine without another one for right this moment. Let's go ahead and build you another city district since you're so close. I'm good, Texas Spirit. You know what, yeah, I'm gonna cut back on selling food just to try and get the price to go back up, hopefully. Because I think right now we're basically just flooding the market with food that nobody wants. I mean, food is never really a particularly great money maker. But still. Although hopefully it doesn't crash our economy. Yeah, we're still okay. Could be better. But hopefully now the price will start to go back up. Let a couple months tick by. And let's cut back on buying rare crystals. Yeah, we'll see if the price goes back up. I'm hoping it does. But the AI might just decide to flood the market with its own food. So we'll see. You know what? Piracy is going to be such a big problem in Europe. Maybe I should just build a starbase there. It'll go away, and I can just turn it into a bunch of stuff for increasing my naval capacity. That might not actually be a bad idea. I think I'm going to do that. That'll be killing two birds with one stone, because we do need more naval capacity. It's a little low. Do you have any friends? You do, yes, I forgot. You're friends with the Sovereign Zai Coalition and the Democratic Commonwealth,
Construction finalized.
who I could very easily beat, all things considered. It just requires me to actually care to fight them. Also, did you move? I think you moved your capital. I'm pretty sure it was over here previously. No? This has apparently always been your capital. I swear you moved it, though. I don't recall it being right there. Although it's still in a crappy spot, because it's basically split from like half your empire. Which doesn't matter, to my understanding, for cohesion. Which I don't think makes a lot of sense. If an empire is split in half, I think it really should affect cohesion quite heavily. You actually have a decent-sized fleet, surprisingly, for somebody who's pretty small, all things considered. Is the yes, the price is going up ever so slowly. I guess the AI isn't able to flood the market with tons of food like I can. Are we having any piracy problems anywhere? Nope. Good, good, good. What were you even researching? I completely forgot. Okay, yeah. More energy credits, more minerals, and armies that don't die very quickly. Although, considering the enemies we fought so far, they don't really fortify their worlds particularly well. It's actually not that big of a deal. Let's go for better. Oh, you don't really need martial law anymore here, do you? Should probably end that. I completely forgot about these worlds. Yeah, you guys don't need martial law anymore, right? Let's go ahead and end that. It should free up some stuff. Yeah. Actually, that's probably going to really hurt our naval capacity because of the extra soldier jobs that was producing. Yeah, that... Oof, boy, that's a lot of naval capacity we just lost. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Well, let's build a stronghold on some of these worlds. Do I want to replace something here? I kind of do. The question is what? Probably the robot assembly plant. Let's replace you with a military academy. Because I don't really need to be building more robots here. They're just taking everybody's jobs and forcing them down to be workers. Let's replace you with a stronghold. Just to try and get that little bit extra naval capacity that it provides. I don't really care for the defensive armies. You know what, do the same with you. It's just a cheap way of trying to get some extra resources, or naval cap. You need specialist jobs. I could just ignore it. I think I'll just ignore it. Out of curiosity, what world produces the most? I don't actually have a way to check that, do I? No, I have to basically just go down the list each one. Presumably Earth should be producing the most trade value until I have an Ecumenopolis, yeah. You need workers. Let's get more minerals then. Although I will be honest, you would be probably better off with generator districts. Let's go with the generator district. There'll be 2 of them, in fact. Since pretty much by the time you finish that one, you're going to need another job anyway. Let's go with another generator district there.
Construction finalized.
Build a food processing facility. And build another agricultural district. Food price continues to ever so slowly tick up.
Construction complete.
We're probably still selling a little too much food to drastically increase the price. But there's not much I can do about that.
Construction finalized.
Oh, and our general secretary just died. Do I want any of you in particular? Let's see, research speed, research speed, research speed. Xenophobe ethics attraction and citizen pop happiness. I'm inclined to go for the research speed people. One of them at least. Probably you because you're the youngest. Which means you'll be alive for the longest. Although you're actually the youngest overall. But do I want the xenophobe ethics attraction? And I don't really care for either of those traits. I actually don't mind the bonus to unity. So we're just going to go ahead and rig the election for Maria Volkov to take command. Which also means I need to go and find a science ship that doesn't have a person on it anymore. And put a new person on it. That song's a little too loud for me. And rename you and mark that name as used. Zensk fleet, you continue building up. We'll deal with the fact that we're pretty far over our naval cap, or we will be as time continues on.
Construction complete.
You are a tech world finally, which is nice. There's our army health. Ecological adaptation is terraform inhabited worlds. Don't really care to do that. It's not a problem for us. Let's go ahead and learn how to create a penal colony, and let's find a nice Arctic world, preferably large, to do it on, just probably for the hell of it, really. It can be on anything, but I kind of want it to be an Arctic world. Though it looks like I don't have a very large Arctic world, so unless I terraform a large world into Arctic, we can't really do that. Which is a shame. Oh well, we'll figure it out. I might just terraform a world into an Arctic world just for the hell of it to do that.
Construction finalized.
You have unemployed specialists, but I lack the resources to help you deal with that issue. Kind of want to keep getting extra unity.
Construction complete.
Finish all these traditions quickly so that I can start stockpiling it and use it to get will to power or these other things. Although I'm thinking scientific revolution, will to power, a grand fleet, omnifarious acquisition are probably the only ones really worth getting. Oh, well, actually, this one's potentially nice as well for the mega structure build speed. Yeah, a lot of those just aren't really worth it. Ooh. That's plus 10% naval cap. Oh, it's 100 influence. Although I don't need influence for much anymore. How long is our Colossus almost done? Oh, okay, still quite a ways out. You. Anchorages, and then upgrade. And trade will be non-existent in Yerba now, going forward. Okay, you need to finish that. Now I have 2 unemployed specialists. But armies produced here on Earth will have plus 100 starting experience, which will get them up to experienced or whatever it is rather than rookie or whatever it's called. I think it's rookie. Oh no, regular. Pardon me. I'm thinking of XCOM. Now, see, that requires volatile motes, which I don't have a lot of right now. What's something? Okay, fine game. I'll get habitability modification. Where's our refinery world? Here it is. You need to grow faster, so plop down and encourage growth. And let's get going, people. Because I need to plop down some more synthetic crystals, exotic gas refineries, and chemical plants. I say that. That's not fully true. I guess I could just buy the stuff. Your crystals, I believe. I think you are the volatile modes. Right? No, I apparently had that backwards. Really? Yes, I did. I mean, I guess I could... Oh, wow, okay. What happened to our economy? Our energy credits are, like, gone. I assume it's the maintenance cost, potentially, as a major contributing factor. Yeah, okay, you're going back down. Let's just sell. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with the naval capacity. Because that's really hurting us.
Construction finalized.
I really want to turn you into an ecumenopolis in the future. But it's gonna take a while. I mean, I could technically save up the resources and just build all your city districts now and kick up my empire sprawl, like, significantly. But I'd rather not do it that way. If the planet's not reasonably grown when it happens, it's just gonna be another world that's gonna sink resources for a while. Especially since that'll probably drain a lot of my minerals. Because I'm pretty sure all 3 things it produces... Does it? No, I think one gives a bunch of clerks, one gives a bunch of consumer goods, and one gives a bunch of alloys. The consumer goods and alloys ones will drain your minerals. Oh yes, how's this war down here going? Oh, you managed to actually punch through that star fortress. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Was that Fallen Empire always there, or did I just never meet them previously? I think I just never officially met them previously. Actually, get the Naval Logistics Office before you upgrade to a star hold. Oh, we got a ton more food. Let's go ahead and start selling more of it. Might as well. I mean, the price is pretty much non-existent. Again, food has never been a great way to try and make money on the market, because everybody produces it, and so everybody sells it. They generally never need to buy it, so the market just gets flooded. It's not really the case with any other resource. Also, I could go and sell dark matter. It's not like I'm using it for anything. And I'm producing quite a bit, actually. Let's go ahead and sell 5 dark matter. That'll give us a ton of money. A ton of money that I can then proceed to use to buy a bunch of volatile motes on a regular basis for a good long time. So I can upgrade our strongholds that we've built up to fortresses.
Scientific progress attained.
Wonderful. I don't care for any of these, so I think I might go for the planet build speed. Although, actually, starbase upgrade cost and upgrade speed is also kind of nice, so we'll go for that. As a result of that, I'm going to go and cancel your upgrade and wait till this research is done in 10 months. Because then I'll pay a reduced cost and it'll be built faster. You need housing. Habitability modification. Don't care for any of these. So give me something quick to research, which is probably one of you two. You're 7 months, you are 4 months. Okay, we'll get the amoeba flagella. Will the game upgrade to using amoeba flagella over basic strike craft on our stations? Guess we'll find out. Because I actually don't know. Off the top of my head, at least. I probably should have checked to see. No. Yeah. It's actually still cheaper to buy volatile motes through the enclave than it is to buy it on the open market. Because through the enclave I'm paying 10 energy credits for 1. Here I'd be paying basically 11 energy credits for 1. So I'm saving myself an energy credit roughly per volatile mote. Wonderful, you're here. What do I want more of? I'll build another synthetic crystal plant. You have unemployed workers. I am lacking minerals. Our economy isn't doing as great as I want it to do. It's still a lot better than anybody else's, I'm pretty sure. No, damn it, game. Well, Sovereign Zai are apparently sitting at equivalent, although they have 27 planets to our 19. They also have a shit ton more pops. Holy crap. Almost 1,300 pops within their empire, compared to our 800 some odd. A good chunk of which is robots. Wow, okay. You're equal to me in planets and less pops, and you have an equivalent economy. One more planet than me, more pops, equivalent economy. Okay, but everybody else should be inferior or pathetic for economy. Yes, that does seem to be the case. Wonderful. Okay, there's the amoeba flagella. Extra food, because that's obviously what I'm looking for. I'll take that. I don't care for any of the other stuff. I kind of want to get the weapon speed. But getting this stuff out of the way is also kind of nice. Yeah, let's get that stuff out of the way. Plasma cannon's the last of those. That's the tier 3 version. I won't have to deal with it anymore. Okay, what can I do to help you guys?
Construction complete.
The answer to that question
Complete.
is nothing. Because there's nothing else I can build here to really help you guys deal with your issue of specialists. Build me another mine. And get a mineral purification plant up at some point. Yeah, this stream is probably going to be a little on the shorter side. I'll probably be editing this in a little bit. When's our Colossus done? Another 2 years. Yeah, I think I'll end this once our Colossus is done. We're going to get the game up to fast, though, because nothing really interesting is happening right now. I'll take the leader lifespan. That's useful. Yeah, specialists. You need specialists. You need workers.
Finalized.
Get another mining district up. Because I need more minerals anyway. There we go. Now we're back under our naval capacity.
Research as promised.
And we have that wonderful. And you know what? Screw it. Let's get the last of the L-Gate Insight that we need. But we won't actually be researching it right now. Or completing that special project. And now let's go and queue that up. Also, you go ahead and get the last of your stuff you need. I do not yet have an admiral for the Kapova fleet. I probably should get them one so he potentially gets the logistic trait while sitting around doing nothing. Surprisingly, you haven't gotten it despite the fact that
Complete.
you've been sitting here for who knows how long. Let's upgrade you. So that this will produce more minerals.
Construction complete.
Yes, we really need to... let's... No, I didn't want to build. Demolish. Build another mine here. And stop selling some of that food. Yeah, we'll end this once I get the Colossus. And next part we'll probably be going to war. Again. Against who? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe the Sovereign Zai coalition, since they're currently in a war. And they're probably going to push it. They're the defender. And they have basically no war exhaustion.
Scientific Scientific progress attained.
There's the plasma cannons. That gets that tech out of the way. Let's get the planetary shield generator out of the pool. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised the war exhaustion is so low for the defender in this war, which again is the Sovereign's Eye. Mostly because their ally is not doing so hot.
Construction.
Basically, the entire southern half of their empire is pretty much occupied or cut off. I'll take Science Division for the research alternative, thank you very much.
Construction finalized.
Yes, game, I'm back over my cap. I know. I'm dealing with it, ever so slowly. I wish there was another tier of fortress. I don't believe there is, at least not in vanilla. Some mods, I think new ship classes is one of them, adds in a third tier. Although I could be wrong, there might be a third tier, but I don't believe there is. Oh, the Admiral of the Orska fleet has died. We're not going to replace him yet.
Scientific progress attained.
And there's the last of the L-gates. Or, well, the L-gate insight we needed. Now we have gathered sufficient L-gate insights to research the technology behind them. Once this has been done, one of our science ships should be able to abort the perpetual maintenance cycle they are stuck in. The L cluster is almost within our reach. Yeah, we're not going for that right now. Stay away from synthetics. They will murder me. Oh. No, you guys did not switch. Interesting. Quick, easy research. Afterburners? Probably. Yeah. Let's just get this stuff out of the pool. Pull back a little more on the selling of food, apparently.
Finalized.
Upgrade your civilian fabricators. We'll hold off on you for now.
Scientific progress attained.
Planetary oh wow, everything finished at the same time. Yeah, let's learn. Oh no, never mind. Not everything. Apparently I thought you were finished. You're not. But yeah, let's go ahead and learn how to activate the L gates. Just get that out of the way now. Well, for anything's better. Not really that I immediately want. Let's go ahead and get the advanced cruiser hulls for the plus 500 to cruiser hull points. I mean, how tanky are our cruisers anyway? 2300 right now. They're not too far off from a battleship. And they're almost twice as much hull as a destroyer. I think I was planning to turn you into another research world, but I'm kind of doubting that, mostly because you have a ton of generator districts. I should probably turn you into an energy world. Yeah, I'm going to turn you into an energy world. Change of plans, whatever I was having you do before, you're not doing that now. So build an energy grid. Okay. What do I want? You need specialists, but I don't really want to build anything else here right now. Well, I guess I could upgrade your research lab. We'll upgrade a research lab. That'll do. Okay, you already have a fortress. You don't. Well, although you're missing a monument anyway, so I'll build a monument. I'll build a monument there. You will have a monument, and over here you will build a stronghold. For no particular reason, I just need the naval capacity still. Okay. We almost have the Colossus. You know what? I think I'll hold off a little bit extra. Let this Starhold build. And there's our Colossus. The mod doesn't have a special model for the Colossus, so it's just the generic mammalian Colossus model, which really is jarring with the motion picture era Star Trek ships. But now we can declare a total war, casus bellis, against anybody who even so much as looks at us funny. And it's not like anybody can really do anything to stop us. Oh, somebody opened their borders to us, apparently. They fear me so much they opened their borders to me. Or something like that, I guess. Oh, no, you're a protectorate of the Sovereign Zai. For how long? Oh, that reminds me. I forgot about my vassal over here that I took. 22 months. Costs me 5. I make 4, which means technically I should be losing 1 a month for almost the next 2 years. Luckily, I don't need to make claims. But sadly, I don't think there's really anybody I can rival anymore. I think you're like the closest person that I could potentially rival, and I can't do that. I could rival a fallen empire. That's probably not the best idea. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and get this started before I forget. Get you out of here. I'll take the resources that your one planet provides. Do you actually have crime here? No. Well, at least not according to this, but you are apparently have a gang war modifier going. I don't know if I really want your planet. Oh, game. Oh, I'm not actually losing a whole influence. I am 0.01 rather shy of actually losing a whole influence a month.
Construction complete.
You want one of my scientists, I believe that is. Yes. And I'm going to so kindly tell you to piss off. Oh. Okay. There we go. We actually have emigration occurring, which of course reduces pop growth. Oh, now I'm actually losing 1.
Our research has progressed.
And now we know how to activate the L cluster. Our scientists are now confident that our knowledge of the L gates and the technology behind them is sufficient to abort their maintenance cycle. If the attempt is successful, the L gate in the Akos Vortex system should allow immediate access to the distant L cluster. As the maintenance cycle ends, any additional L gates in the galaxy will likely also become operational within a matter of years as their self-correcting software readjusts. Still, this will give us a significant head start to explore the cluster without interference, depending on what's there. Because we don't actually know. The game gave us a lot of stuff hinting at the gray goo, but I don't know if they're actually there. We might end up with an empty one, or the, I guess, good version. Whatever that is, I don't know. Or we could actually have the gray goo. The only time I've actually played long enough to go to the L cluster, and I actually had the gray goo, I wasn't the one that opened it. That was a case of the AI opened it, and that was way back in a test game for 2.1. So yeah, I don't actually know if those events mean we get the Grey Tempest. I keep calling them the Grey Goo for whatever reason. The Grey Tempest, I believe, is actually the name for them. Although I think the events did refer to them as the Grey Goo, but I believe the name is actually the Grey Tempest. Whatever. Let's go for better or more energy credits from jobs, sure. I do not want to open the L cluster until this is a reasonably fortified system. Hangar Bay probably isn't really worth it at this point because, well, the L gate is right next to the starbase. Not a whole lot of usefulness. Actually, even missile batteries probably aren't worth it. I would probably be better off just going with a bunch of gun batteries. Do I want to just go with a bunch of gun batteries? Because missiles really aren't going to survive. Well, no, I would at least get the shield penetration. And if it is the Grey Goo, I'm pretty sure they have shields. Yeah, we're going to go for a mix. 3 gun batteries, 3 missile batteries, and let's see, defense grid supercomputer. Target uplink computer isn't really worth it. Disruption fuel generator probably. Yeah. Command center, that should apply the 10% ship fire rate to these stations, I believe. Now I should say this. I do not expect these defense platforms to really make a difference. If I'm being honest, I don't think they'll survive. Even then. But we're still gonna try. We'll run on the assumption that they'll actually do something, but I don't think they will. Let's also make sure you guys are actually up to date with the best looking stuff you can. And quite frankly, I don't actually care what that is, so you just look like you, I guess. So currently I can build 12 of these. I'm going to want to upgrade you to a Citadel. Okay, and you finished. You go ahead and get your extra anchorages. I don't think I'm going to build anything here. There's really no point. Well, I guess maybe a resource silo wouldn't be bad if I was ever really approaching my cap for anything other than food. Oh, consumer goods is getting close, actually. But, yeah, no, resource silos I don't generally need. Crew quarters isn't worth it. Hydroponics farm is not needed. I'm producing way too much food as it is anyway. But that's going to be it for this part. A little bit on the shorter end compared to the usual 2 hours. This is just a little over an hour and a half. But I started late and it's 1 a.m. already, and at that point, we're done. Period. So I'll see you all next time, probably next Saturday or Sunday, depending. So that would be the 6th or 7th, I believe. And like I said, the plan is to go to war next part. Against who, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Either way, we're going to be fighting 3 people, no matter who I declare war on. Because there's the star axis to our west, which is comprised of 3 different people. Technically 4, but one of them is a subsidiary, so I'm not counting them. So it's technically 3 as far as I'm concerned. Off to our east, the Sovereign's Eye Coalition is in a defensive pact with the Raxonite Consensus and the Democratic Sarntalan Commonwealth. So, no matter what way we go, We have to fight 3 people. Feel free, since the VOD for this will go public on the 2nd, feel free to leave a comment if there's any preferred people you would prefer for me to go to war with. I frankly don't care either way. Both sides are eventually gonna die anyway. It's just a question of who we go for first. And now that we have a Colossus, we can just total war our way to victory. But personally, I kind of want to go for the star axis just a little bit more, but I'll leave the decision up to you. Because like I said, either way they're both going to die. We're just picking who goes first. But until the next part, I'll see you all next time. Go ahead and save this. And yeah, like I said, see you all next time. I did save right. Just double check. Yes, I did. Wonderful. Okay, and end stream.